Hey, Vaughn community, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you guys are when you're watching this, and a very happy Halloween to all of you. I've got a reveal for you guys of a Grail that came in this week. I would have done the unboxing with you, but anticipation and excitement got the better of me. But at least I can reveal this to you guys for the first time. If you've been following me recently on my channel here and my Instagram, you'll notice a bit of a trend for me, and that's been I've been kind of changing my collecting habits to focus on one Grail at a time. Basically, the records I have a list that I've made of stuff that I really want, and with the prices constantly going up and down, the price fluctuations, I want to get a hold of those ones that I really wanted at the top of my list before the prices got too nuts. If you watched my last video, you would have seen the first Grail that I got. I was able to unbox with you guys for the first time. But for those of you that haven't watched that yet, a little bit of a backstory. I purged some stuff from my collection, just things I hadn't listened to in a long time, and found them all a good home and put the proceeds towards buying some Grails. And if you guys have not seen that video yet, I highly recommend it. It's a bona fide Grail. It's an incredible album. If you guys can find it, I would definitely go out and look for it. But this one is no slouch either, and it was at the very top of my list. There's a seller, excuse me, on eBay that specializes mostly in jazz albums. Really good dude, goes out of his way to make you happy. His prices are a little bit on the higher side, but there's always room for negotiation. And he does his absolute best to make you happy. He double boxes and everything else. If you follow Chris Tunes from the Man Caves channel, he actually did an unboxing of Ahmad Jamal The Awakening from the same seller, and I actually think he slightly undersold it, because it's pretty damn cool that that seller goes above and beyond, which in this day and age is getting pretty damn rare. And after Chris had showed me what he had purchased, I went ahead and said, well, I haven't looked at this guy's listings for a while. Let's see what he's got. And about halfway down the first page, I found a Grail I'd been after for quite some time. And after I was able to secure the funds for the purchase, reached out to him, and we worked a little bit of a price negotiation and sent him the funds. And he actually went out of his way to upgrade the shipping, and I got it in 2 days. And be able to share this with you guys. The first thing I've noticed with the seller is he has a tendency to include an extra or two. And the first thing when I opened the box was something that I don't have a lot of, which is 45s. So the Jazz 45 on Prestige. This is Jack McDuff, Whistle While You Work, and the other side is Sanctified Samba. It's kind of neat. Like I said, I don't have a lot of 45s. I don't listen to a lot of 45s, but you don't see a lot of jazz 45s. So that's pretty cool. And the next thing he included as a gift was actually a album that I'm not that familiar with, so I'm looking forward to listening to it for the first time. This is Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, Jazz Messengers 70 on Catalyst. It's Catalyst International Jazz from Japan. Pretty interesting album. I don't know a lot about his later work, so I'm looking forward to hearing this. The original owner carved his initials into the front jacket here, but can't play the jacket. And that was a pretty cool gift. So, sir, if you're watching this video, thank you for doing that. And here's the Grail. This is Blue Note 4193. This is Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, Indestructible. This is the first mono pressing. Van Gelder stamp. Whole deal. He had this listed as a VG Plus copy, and I think he conservatively graded it, because honestly, it plays a lot better than VG Plus, in my opinion. Very little noise all around, and clean, very clean labels. The jacket is absolutely immaculate. It's got a little bit of a bend here at the top, but there's no seam split problems, nothing like that. Just a really, really clean example. This album for me is one of the top Blakey releases that I wanted. A lot of people focus on, the big ones moaning. But my collection tends to go more towards the mid 60s into the early 70s. I tend to like the albums a little, I wouldn't say free jazz, but a little bit more experimental. But I first heard this album actually watching a documentary about Blue Note Records called Behind the Notes. And this was actually, one of the tracks on here is actually in the opening. And I will link that track below. But if you watch that documentary, or if you can find that documentary, I highly recommend it. It's pretty dang awesome. I wish they'd release it on Blu-ray or DVD so I could pick it up. But you can still watch it online. This, for me, is one of those that was a must-have. I don't think it's as well known as a lot of his other releases. Just like Sonny Stitt, Blakey was a workhorse. He's got many, many albums on many different labels. But this is definitely right up there with the must-haves. It's a solid cooker. It's loud, and that's the thing I love about these Van Gelder mastered Blu-ray releases, or Blue Note releases. Excuse me. Is that they're at the top of the sound quality. I mean, this sucker is loud, and if you have a good stereo system, you put one of these on and it just blows you away. So I was really, really happy to get this guy, and that's a major one marked off the list. So I've already played this once and left with a satisfied smile on my face. I might put this on here in a few hours once the sun goes up. We'll see. But wanted to share this one with you guys, and it'll be put into another video I'm about to do here shortly, all my recent acquisitions. But I wanted to share this one with you guys solo. So just like the heavy sounds, this one deserved its own video. But I hope you enjoyed what you guys saw. If you like what you see, please click like and subscribe. If you want to pop over to Instagram, my handle there is TreeMcGee814. It was a pleasure speaking with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and there'll be many more coming soon. Talk to you guys later.